counters?
I guess it's not the way we want to do it by any means, but we're not conceding goals, which is good, and we're not giving up a ton of chances either. I think Detroit gave us a few problems there, particularly when Adebayo Smith came on. He gave us some issues with his pace. I thought we dealt with Smith pretty well up until that point, but again, I thought we were the better team. I can think of at least 3-4 really good chances that we probably would have scored on another day. But yeah, I'd certainly like us to take care of it in regulation.
You talked about those 3 or 4 chances, like Bertan hit the post, Mertz had that good save. Does that at least give you some confidence that, hey, we are creating it and all we need is one to just bounce or get the right deflection?
Yeah, completely, if one goes in, I think the game changes a lot. They have to come out of their shell a little bit more. And we've talked about kind of possible game scenarios if we go a goal ahead, if we go a goal down, what it's going to need to look like. It changes things. But if we were, only getting 3-4 chances, on shots per game, I'd be a little bit more worried. But we're creating chances. Just one of them's got to drop it.
Was it easy? Any chance you were going to change the order on that on the PKs?
No, I kind of left it up to those 5 again. Made sure that they were all good, but the vibes were good. There was no real need to change, so just left it to them.
Did you feel like you were playing for PKs or just a handful of set pieces where they might be able to make something happen? Because you were the aggressor from the very beginning.
I don't think they were. I think it's a kind of a byproduct of how we're playing right now. We're trying to keep teams pinned back for long stretches, so it kind of almost feels like teams are sitting in a lot. But I don't think that's by design necessarily. I don't think anybody's coming here thinking that they can go 120 without conceding. So, I think it's just we're playing well. We're sustaining attacks really well, which is something we've talked about a lot, is trying to keep them penned in their end as long as we can. And just keep trying to create chances and hopefully one will fall in. Again, unfortunately it didn't go in tonight, but we got the job done in the end.
Rob, I wanted to ask you about squad rotation.
Yep.
Obviously, Guy couldn't play today, wasn't even in the 18th.
Yep.
Just talk about your makeup with the 11 and the 18 today and the squad rotation.
Guy picked up a knee injury last week. That's why he came out. So right now, we're not sure if he'll be back. We're just kind of working with him, kind of on a day-to-day basis. And see, but I thought Perrin came in and did really, really well. He had a really good stretch in the middle of the season. Then he picked up his own little injury, and then Junior came in and kind of kept Perrin out. So Perrin came in and did really well. We just felt 90 was enough for him, so that's why we made the change. We knew Jackson could give us more than 30, but we knew he could give us a solid 30. We just honestly, in terms of add more subs, I just think we felt like the guys who were on. They still had energy, they were still making things happen, we still felt like we were in control, and putting guys on into those types of games, it's tough to come into those types of games. So not that we don't have a lot of trust in the guys on the bench, but I think there's also an element of the guys who are out there are kind of in the flow, they're in the zone right now, so let's not change too much if we don't have to. So
you mentioned you want to take care of this regulation. You guys are going 300 minutes without scoring.
Yeah.
What more can you do to generate chances? What do you do to get
You just got to keep adding variety. That's something we tried to do in training this week, was add variety to the ways we attack. Not always the same, types of attacks. Can we break them kind of in the seams? Can we get higher quality crosses? Sometimes it may be that longer distance strike that kind of catches them off guard. We pick up a rebound. So, we'll do the same again this week. We'll just continue to try and, again, add variety. And again, I don't think it was for lack of opportunity tonight. I think Danny missed a really good chance. Robbie forced a good save. From what I'm hearing, the call was questionable on Augie's goal. On another night we could have scored 2 or 3. So, again, I'm not that worried about that. We just have to, again, keep playing the way we're playing, keep creating chances, and hopefully one of them falls in.
Well, I worry about fitness. Running back 120, 30-minute games. How are you going to manage that during the week? Friday?
Yeah, so last week, the guys who went 120 last week just had a a regen on Monday. I mean, usually we'll get those guys during the season. They'll come in and they'll do a light session on Monday. We just kind of kept them off the field and kept them in with the trainers and in the gym. So we'll probably do something similar tomorrow. They don't need to do anything. On Monday. We don't need to do anything crazy with those guys. And then the guys who didn't play, they'll obviously get some ball work. And then honestly, even last Tuesday, we were a little bit lighter. So yeah, I think at this point in the season, you're certainly not adding any fitness. You're just trying to get them ready for the next week. Yeah, like I say, it's not ideal to go 120, but credit to the guys. Like, they kept going, they kept attacking, they kept playing on the front foot. And again, we still felt like we didn't need to make too many substitutions because the guys kind of were still doing what they needed to do.
Your next opponent, Rhode Island, they had some good players, including a striker, Albert Tiqua, who scored 2 goals today, Dani Rovira, and several others. Just give us a little scouting report and your thoughts against the matchup against Rhode Island.
Yeah, well, we've matched up against them pretty well this season. We've obviously won in Rhode Island and won here in the league. So we have that behind us. They're a big side, they're a big physical team. It's going to be another battle. They're going to play a similar system to us again. Listen, there'll be little tactical things that we need to try and implement throughout the week. But I think at this time in the season too, it's for us. It's continuing to do what we've done well all season. Stay strong defensively, limit chances, and then, like we said already, how are we going to break them down? How can we create as many chances as we can? But yeah, they'll give us a different threat. They showed last season that they're a playoff team. They went all the way to the final last year, so yeah, we're just, I guess, excited about it.
What's it like having that game here again?
Huge, yeah. I mean, it's massive. I was thinking when they announced it over the speakers, I was like, I hope they didn't just jinx us.
We all thought that. We all said that.
I believe in that. I still believe in
yeah, I turned to this. I was like, I wish that hadn't happened. But yeah, listen, I mean, you take a home game every weekend. So it'd be great to be in front of the Steel Army again. And I know it gives the guys an extra little spring in their step. And probably when they are getting tired in the 100th, 110th minute, it's probably a little bit easier to keep going when you're here. So, hopefully we can use that advantage again.
Record crowd tonight, 7,000 next week, maybe?
Hope so. It'd be nice to sell it out again, yeah. Yep.
Thanks, Derek.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.